Hello, welcome to A Divine Universe for All. I published a book, and I want to remind everyone and tell you that 5% of all my money that I receive from my published book will be applied to the people who are mentally ill. My insurance doesn't pay for mental health, so I'd like to have donations so that I could give to the people who have a psychological mental illness, find them a place to reside and make sure they have enough money to pay for their meds. Today I want to talk about New World Order. We haven't heard much of that term, New World Order. I was at a location the other day, and an older man and a younger man were talking, and I heard them say the New World Order. I wasn't about to approach them on that. I felt, leave it as is. But he blames that the virus, COVID-19 virus, was done to take away a lot of lives in our country and throughout the globe. New World Order do not do this to us. The term New World Order sounds worse than it is. Remember, we were supposed to have road closures, dictatorship, martial law, but we didn't. Not in our country. I even had thoughts that at that time they would put us, anybody who was uncooperative and difficult would be put in cages. I wonder what's happening in the southern border with Mexico and the United States. Are they doing martial law there? And as you can see, they were putting people in cages. Well, anyway, there are people coming from underground, and they're servicing to live with us above ground. These people have changed. We always had fear of these people. We were always afraid of the unknown. They're not going to harm us. They don't want to surface and have gunfight everywhere. They don't want to do that. We want to make a change safely, comfortably for all. They're going to live amongst us, which they have been for decades, long, long time. And they're good people. And they want this transition of the servicing and to live with us peacefully. They are a modest group, and they want to be friends with us. They wanted to surface peacefully, and then eventually to have them live as they would like to live in the true form. I have been working with them on a spiritual level for many years. Many years. They chose to listen to me because I wouldn't allow our countrymen to suffer any hardship in our country. I just want peace in our country, and that means I would like to have a divine universe for all, where everybody can live together and be equal to one another and get along with each other. The people had listened to me. The heavens listened to me. My friends are working together to live happily and comfortably with all of us. We have people, there's going to be an influx of people coming into our country and the rest of the planet. So that's why you find that there's a lot more places for people to live, apartments, condominiums, houses. And right now we have a lot of need help, wanted signs. These people are going to help us cover all those hours that where people need people to work for them. It's not a bad thing. It's a positive thing. We had to take people off this country, off the earth. There's just too many of us to maintain. But in our country, what I see in the future, I see us having in the Midwest farms, which we already have, to prepare foods, to grow foods. And I want our country to be able to feed all other people, children, women, men, young and old, to be able to have food and water, clean water, the essentials for life. There is no martial law. I think people have settled down and a lot more reduced stress levels, calmer, peaceful. We don't have to work hard anymore. We can sit back and enjoy our lives, enjoy ourselves, enjoy being with our family, going on vacations, and just stress-free environment where you work and where you play. We're taking away those boring jobs, mundane jobs. I'm going to share that so not one person has to work at a mundane job 40 hours a week. Have you noticed in the news, such as MSNBC and CNN? What I noticed on MSNBC is one of the stations I follow. There have been some changes that took place. Like, for example, the background behind the journalists is different. They have colors of blue and different, all kinds of colors, and blue and yellow. There's some new anchormen and women there. It's like almost as if it was a takeover, a silent takeover. Were these maybe the white supremacists, maybe the rich people with all their money have a part in what happens in the news, what is said on MSNBC. It would be another way to give support to the Republicans, and another way to really get their ideas out amongst the people in our country. If this is true with what I suspect, then for sure they will control what news is to be seen by the average person. They'll have full control of our country and what they want us to know, and most importantly, what they do not want us to know. CNN, they might just be next for a takeover financially, and the white extremists is what I suspect, who are rich, and they like the way things are now at this time, where the right, rich supremacists, extremists control CNN, and then again give us false news. They would tell the people what they want the average person to know. Wake up, people. This is Channel National News. They're not allowed to talk about international news. Tell me, people, what is really going to happen? What is really going on with our country and with all other countries? What action are we going to do? Our country is going to do, and how do we change this? All these things where they only tell us what they want us to know and control us. People, that makes me nervous. All these known news media are being taken under control. This is not good. And let's join together. Keep that fight going. Stay together, Democrats, average people. They're getting nervous. They're getting nervous that they're going to be losing control of our country. Keep going with what you're doing with ex-former President Donald Trump. I'll be writing him shortly. But the way he does things, he's very, all of us are uncomfortable with him having the ability to create a war or prevent a war. He cannot be controlled anymore. He wants to do his own ideas and act on his thoughts in anything and all that he does. There is a person that I saw, it's a new media, and I heard the man talking. He was in a three-piece suit. He talked just like everybody else who are average people or the poor people. He used the word stupid, and he was very negative, and he said words which would be said in a high school student. And people, they are no different than us. A man or a woman in a suit, or dressed up very nicely, don't feel intimidated by what they wear. Pay attention to their ideas and thoughts and what we're being told. Remember, now, don't forget what they're talking about. They are no different than you and I. They're average people. Okay, with people dressed up very nicely, do not feel intimidated. They are too just average people. They just have a lot of money. The average person is an educated person who's just as intelligent than a man in a suit. I wear jeans and a comfortable shirt. I have a Master of Science degree, and yes, I am very intelligent. But I use my words. I use appropriate words to express myself. And I'd like to see all do the same thing. Don't feel less than, because people, average people, you all are the majority of the people in this country. There will be some changes. It's happening. And they're all for the better. I'd like to end it like this. Be good. Do good. Stay good. Thank you.